Everyone is talking about the government grant that the government is providing business owners, taxpayer in UK to support them at this point in time. In fact, there's so many things going out there. Now in this video today, I'd like to talk about some of this government grant and reliefs, if how you qualify, how you can apply for it. I hope you enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be an educative one. Hi everyone, my name is Ola Sulaiman. I'm a chartered accountant and also a tax specialist. I work with small business owners, helping them, advising them with their business and accounting issues as well. So, going on onto this video. The first grant I would like to talk about is the Conora Job Retention Scheme. Now, under this scheme, the HMRC, the government, would provide all the employers a grant to pay for their employees to go on leave, a temporary leave. This is also referred to as a furlough leave. The way this would happen is they would pay up to 80% of the wages of these employees. And these employees do not have to do anything for this employer while they are on leave. Now, to be able to claim this relief, that employer must have been registered for PAYE by the February 28th, before this news was announced. They've even promised to pay the national insurance, the employer's national insurance. They've promised to pay the employer's contribution for the pension. So how can you claim this relief? First of all, you need to inform your employees that from going on forward, from a certain date, they're now on furlough leave. You don't expect them to do anything for you from there on. Now you need to then inform HMRC that they are now furlough. HMRC has promised us that by the end of April, there will be an online portal. And that online portal, you'll be able to make a claim every 3 weeks, claiming the 80% wages of these employees that you're trying to claim this grant for. Now, what would you need when you're making this claim? You need your PAYE reference number. You need the employees details that you're planning to make furlough or that is already on furlough leave. You put in the claim period from what date after they started being furloughed. You can actually claim as far back as 1st of March. Then you put your account details, your bank details, your phone number, your contact details, and they've promised that you would get this payment by backs as soon as this claim has been made. So this is good news. Now, initially I thought directors would not be able to claim this relief. However, in the notes for the self-employed, HMRs have stated that some directors as well would be able to claim 80% of their wages, which might not be a lot if you actually just claiming running minimum PAYE, but it's still something. The second relief I'd like to talk about is the self-employed grant to support the self-employed in the UK. Now, it's referred to as the Self-Employed Income Support Scheme. Now, this one is a more complicated one. It's not so straightforward as the Job Retention Scheme. Now, for you to be able to claim this is the first starting place. You have to actually be a self-employed person in the UK. You have to actually have a business. You have to be a partner before you can actually qualify for this. That's the starting point. Now, this scheme looks almost like the job retention one because they'll give up to 80% of your trading profit, the calculated trading profit, and there's a cap of 2005 as well. I'm not sure if I mentioned that other one. There's a cap of 2005. You can claim more than 2005. Now you'd say, what is trading profit? Trading profit is not the turnover. Turnover is what you've been paid by from the business, and then you deduct all your expenses. I like saying the accountancy fee, your accountancy fees, your travel, any expenses. Then the net amount is what you normally pay tax on. That's the bottom one. So that's your trading profit that they would that's what is going to be used in calculating this amount for you. For you to qualify, you must have actually submitted a return for 2018-19. Now, if you've not submitted that, they've actually given you up to April 2023 to actually make sure you get that in place on time. Mainly, this trading profit, if your trading profit is more than 50,000, you would not qualify no matter what happens. You must be trading in this current tax year, 2019-20, and then you're planning to continue trading. And the reason why you've got this problem, so if you're eligible for this grant, how is this going to be calculated? What they've said is the trading profit for 2016-17, for 2017-18 and 18-19 will be averaged, and then it will be used in calculation. Now, example, let's say in the last 3 years your trading profit has been £12,000. So 12,000 for 16-17, 17-18, 18-19. The average of that is 12,000. What they will then do is they will then divide the 12,000 by 12 months. That means for each month your average trading profit based on this calculation is 1,000. Now the £1,000 now you only get 80% back from HMRC. Now 80% of 1,000 is £800. Then you get 3 lots of that. That's going to be 800 times 3, that's 2,400. Now what they've said is you don't need to contact them. If you're entitled to this relief, they'll contact you themselves. So that's that relief. Another grant they've promised is the Small Business Grant Scheme. This is actually for all business owners that are based in UK. It's going to be the grant is going to be given by a local council. For you to be able to claim this relief, it's a one-off grant of £10,000. For you to be able to qualify for this relief, you must actually run a UK-based business. You must actually run that business from a property, and then you must have actually been claiming a small business rate relief by in the last tax year by February 28th. So your council actually knows about you, and then they would write you a letter to tell you you qualify for this grant and if you'd like to apply for it. Now this next relief, it's not actually a grant, it is a loan. It's referred to as the Coronavirus Business Interruption Loan. This loan is to support businesses that are going through short-term, long-term cash flow due to the coronavirus. Now, this could actually be a loan, it can be an invoice finance, it can be overdraft, it can be up to 5 million within the next 6 years. The government will cover at least 12-month interest payment for this loan. They've also said they will back 80% of this loan, just in case you can afford to pay it or something happens in future. And the advantage of this is the banks will feel more comfortable lending business owners rather than not. Now the only thing is your turn to be able to actually qualify, you need to meet some certain conditions. But how do you even go about this? The British Business Bank, which is actually dealing with this loan, has said, first of all, you need to approach a lender. Now, choose a lender first. They've advised us to choose our current bank or whichever bank we want to choose. Then we'll approach the lender. Then when we've approached the lender will ask us some questions, and then a decision will be made on our application. Now, to actually be able to take this loan, you must actually meet some certain conditions. First of all, you must be a UK-based business. Your turnover must not be more than 45 million. Although on the news this morning, I heard something about this amount being increased to support other business owners. The person borrowing must bring a proposal to this lender to consider. Now, someone has told me this week that a lot of people are making mistakes already about the proposal they're giving to this bank. They literally jump into this offer without actually thinking it deep what is actually required. Now, they would need your management account. Management account is a short form of account of what has happened to you within a certain times. Your cash flow forecast, how do you plan to get this money you're planning to loan from this bank? Your business plan, in words, what you're planning to do with the money. Your historical accounts, that means your last submitted account with the HMRC or Companies House, and then your details of your assets. So it actually depends on how much you're going for And however, what I'm trying to say is you need to plan for this. Don't just jump and just spoil the proposal and not do it properly, and then you don't get the loan. However, if you still don't qualify for this, there are loads of short-term loan people that will give you working capital to support you at this point. This obviously will not be the coronavirus one and will not have all the qualities that the coronavirus one has. Now, finally, if you still do not qualify for all this, the next answer for you is the universal credits. Now, the universal credit one, you'd have to apply online. They would call you to book an appointment with you. To qualify to be able to apply for this, you have to actually meet some certain conditions as well. And then if you qualify for this, they would actually give you some advance payment. But when coronavirus is over or when we're free to go back to work, you'd have to actually go for a meeting with social worker at the job center. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope at the end of this video I've been able to educate you on how to go about with all these issues. We didn't plan for this to happen. All we can do is just to hold our head up high and make sure that we get all the support. But the only thing is some of this support, we don't even get them till later on. So I hope and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much. My name is Ola Sulaiman.